If you've been training hard, cutting calories, hitting your steps, doing your cardio, and sleeping well, and the scale isn't moving and your body hasn't changed in weeks or even months, I have a science-backed solution for you, and it's the exact same process we put every single one of our clients through. It's called our 3-phase body transformation strategy. Every single one of our clients has gone through this 3-phase strategy. I'm gonna lay over a bunch of client testimonials here. This is a science-backed, proven process that has gotten over 1,000 individuals amazing results over the past 10 years. All right, let's hop into it. So if your fat loss has stalled, that doesn't always mean you need to eat less and move more. And in fact, doing more in some cases can actually do way more harm than good, depending on how long you've been dieting for, how low your calories are, and how lean you are. And this is important to understand. A natural byproduct of dieting is reduction of energy expenditure, or how many calories your body burns on a daily basis. The longer you diet for, that number will go down, meaning your metabolism slows down. On top of that, you naturally move less and you have more hunger, which makes the dieting process even harder. And one other major factor that a lot of people forget about is you drop your NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. NEAT is actually responsible for about 15 to 30% of your total daily calorie burn, which is very significant. NEAT includes the calories you burn from walking, fidgeting, cleaning, movements you hardly even realize you're doing. When you diet long enough and your calories get low, your body unconsciously moves less, which drastically lowers total calorie burn and can actually pull you out of a calorie deficit. In most cases, the deeper you get into a diet and the lower your calories become, the greater the negative effect on your NEAT. In most people, this can reduce your total calorie burn for a given day by 300 to 600 calories, which can, again, easily pull you out of a calorie deficit. So you're eating less just to burn less and not even be in a calorie deficit. A lot of people are in that cycle and it is horrifying. And on top of that, your hormones can become unstable, which makes the process even worse. A terrible cycle to be in. So here's the smarter approach, and this is how we coach our clients. Instead of pushing calories lower forever and just doing more cardio and training harder, it can be much more effective to raise your caloric intake and spend time at maintenance or even in a slight surplus for a period of time. This will ensure that you're able to recover from diet fatigue, improve training quality, and focus on building strength, lean mass, a faster metabolism, and stabilizing your hormones. Then, when you return to a fat loss phase or a calorie deficit, fat loss often happens more efficiently and the diet is easier to maintain because now you have more energy, more muscle, and your maintenance caloric intake is often much higher. This is the exact process we put each of our clients through with our 3-phase body transformation strategy. Phase 1 is metabolic priming to ensure that your body and metabolism is actually in a strong enough state to begin fat loss. Here we spend time fueling the body properly and focusing on strength training and getting consistent with habits that push the needle forward. Things like stress management, consistently hitting a step goal, eating clean 80% of the time, hitting your macro targets 80% of the time, getting consistent with training in the gym and training hard and with intention. All of these things build a stronger engine for your body. So when you start a fat loss phase, it's much more efficient and your body starts to work with you rather than against you. Phase 2 is then body recomposition or accelerated fat loss for most people. Once we check and improve your metabolic engine in phase 1, we then initiate phase 2 as your body is now ready for fat loss and, like said previously, to work with you rather than against you. And phase 3 is the reverse diet, which a lot of people skip. This ensures that you're set up to maintain your new body and results for the long term. Here we spend time transitioning off of tracking food or meal planning and focusing on intuitive eating and listening to your body, increasing your metabolism, staying consistent with the habits that got you to your new body, because most people just stop everything and increase their calories way too much, and their body is already a fat storing machine, and they end up coming back and dieting every single year. We help our clients avoid that completely. The bottom line is, don't just diet your way down endlessly, because you could dig yourself a pretty deep hole. Sometimes the better strategy is to recover, rebuild, and put your body in a stronger position before pushing fat loss again. Here's a general rule of thumb I have for most of my clients, and keep in mind that every case is unique. Phase 1 is typically about 4 to 12 weeks, depending on the client's past dieting history and how much muscle mass they have. Then we hop into about 12 weeks of a dieting phase. And for every 12 weeks of a dieting phase, we then spend 8 to 12 weeks on a diet break where we raise your calories back up to maintenance if not slightly higher. And then we repeat the process until you're happy with how you look and feel. And then we initiate the reverse diet, which is our phase 3. If you just don't want to worry about any of this and want our team to handle it for you, this is what we do best. If you want professional help, just DM me the word fit and we can chat about your goals to see if you would be a good fit.